Hey guys, we're going to spend a little bit more time today working on our radicals, our squares and our square roots. After looking over yesterday's quiz, it seems like we need a little bit more practice working on those things. So I'm going to go over a few, and then I'm going to ask you guys to work as teams and get through some of the problems. We're going to have some questions up on the board, and then I'm going to ask you guys to work them out on your whiteboards and kind of support each other. And then we'll have the answers up on the board as well. So maybe helping each other will help today. Okay, let's hope so. Thanks, guys. So I'm going to do a couple of examples, and I'm going to make sure that I write out the steps, and then we're going to leave them up, and then you're going to do some practice on those. So let's say we have the square root of 50. Okay. So first I think, is there a perfect square? Is 50 a perfect square? And I know that there's nothing that I can multiply by itself to get 50 because 7 times 7 is 49, so I know I'm out of luck there. So I'm going to make, step number one is I'm going to check for a perfect square, and if not, I'm going to go ahead and make a factor tree. Okay? And remember that it doesn't matter which numbers we start with, because 50 has a lot of factors, as long as you don't start with 1, because 1 times 50 never counts. So let's do 2 times 25. Okay, if you started with 5 times 10, that's fine, you're going to end up with the same answer. 2 is prime, so I'm going to circle it, and 25 is composite, so I'm going to break it down again, and then I'm going to say, okay, what two things can I multiply together to get 25? And the answer to that is 5 and 5. And both of those numbers are prime. So then the things, remember, the things that I have pairs of, I can write on the outside. So I have a pair of 5s, so that 5 is now on the outside, and left on the inside is the square root of 2. So my answer is 5 square root of 2. Okay, so then let's catch up over here with our steps. Step number 2 would be to factor all the way to primes. Factor tree, I'm just going to add 2 primes. Okay. Pairs, let's go ahead and make this step 3. Pairs, I'm going to write on the outside. And remember, if I have more than one pair that comes out, I multiply those things together. And then the singles, okay, are single numbers. We're going to write on the inside of our radical. Okay? And that's just what we did. So we're going to do one more example. So I'm going to erase this. Okay? And let's do the square root of 40. Okay, the square root of 40. So I'm looking for two things. I'm going to make a factor tree. Okay, I check it. It's not a perfect square. So two things that I can multiply might be 4 times 10. If you said 8 times 5, that's okay too. Both of these are composite, so since I need to factor all the way to primes, I'm going to continue factoring. I think of two things I could multiply together to get 4. And I get 2 times 2, and those are both prime. And for 10, I'm going to use 2 times 5, and those are both prime. Okay? So then I'm going to write the pairs on the outside. So I have a pair of 2s, so I'm going to write 2 on the outside. And I have no other pairs of primes, so that's all that gets to come out. And then left inside the radical is going to be my 2 and my 5. Since I have 2 numbers or more than one number, I have to multiply those together. So 2 times 5 is 10. So the square root of 40 is equal to 2 times the square root of 10. Hey guys, so hopefully that helps. We're going to do some flashcard type practice where a question's going to come up and you're going to go through those steps. I would like for you to help each other. I would like for you to really understand how to do this. And then we can check our answers, or you can check your answers. If you still have trouble with it and you're not getting the help you need from each other, I'll help you with it when we get back, okay? So good luck with it. I hope you guys get it today, and I'll see you tomorrow.